What if I told you that the smallest, simplest act of kindness could unlock something absolutely incredible? Well, today we're diving into a powerful story that does just that. It really explores the true meaning of generosity and shows how a simple gift can change, well, everything.
And this really is the question that's at the core of our story. I mean, we've all wondered about this, right? Does the size of a gift actually matter? Is a bigger present always a better one? Let's find out.
You've probably seen this before. Someone offering a cool drink to a complete stranger on a sweltering day. It's such a beautiful, kind thing to do. And as our story is about to show, this seemingly small act holds a really profound secret.
All right, so our story kicks off with this very devout elder, a man who had this grand, noble dream in his heart.
He was just so inspired by all the beautiful offerings being made to the Buddha and the monks. And he didn't want to make just a small contribution. No, he was dreaming big. He wanted to create a lasting sanctuary, something that would really show his faith. But, and there's always a but, isn't there? His incredible dream immediately hit a brick wall. He looked everywhere, but every single suitable piece of land was already taken. It really seemed like his vision was just going to have to stay a dream.
So his big plan fell through. But the elder's spirit of giving, that was not going anywhere. He just pivoted. He changed his approach and focused on an offering that was maybe smaller in scale, but, as it turns out, was immense in its power. He chose an act that was so simple, yet so profound. He figured out a way to give that didn't require land or a ton of money, just a truly generous heart. So here's what he did. He decided to prepare the best honey water he possibly could, using pure water and top-notch ingredients. Then he set up a little stand right at the main gate of the monastery. And get this, for 3 entire months, he offered a cup to every single person who walked by, no exceptions.
And this right here, this is the key to the whole story. His offering was totally universal. It wasn't just for a select few, it was for the rich, the poor, the monks, travelers, literally anyone and everyone.
Okay, so he does this simple, heartfelt act for months. What happens? Well, the result was something that I don't think anyone could have possibly predicted.
Because of his pure-hearted generosity, this kindness that he offered to everyone, no strings attached, when his life came to an end, he was reborn in the heavens, in a realm of just unbelievable splendor. And his reward was a perfect reflection of his gift, a magnificent, shimmering celestial palace. This palace was so connected to him, so much a part of his merit, that it actually moved with him wherever he went.
Can you just imagine the scene? The monks on Earth look up and they see this man descending from the sky, in his own personal, flying palace. They were totally floored. They just had to ask the Buddha, what on earth did this guy do to deserve that?
And the Buddha laid it all out for them. He explained that this celestial being was the very same elder who had offered honey water at the gate. That one sincere act, done with such a pure heart, led directly to this incredible reward and, in the end, to his ultimate enlightenment. Wow.
And you know what? This idea that sincere, universal giving gets incredible results, it's not a one-off. There's another story that shows this exact same principle at work, and it's just as powerful. So picture this. There's this massive, really secret event happening, a feast for 1,000 monks. And there's this teacher who desperately wants to be a part of it, to contribute and share in the merit.
But sound familiar? Just like our elder, this teacher had a big heart, but, well, not a lot of money. While others were making these huge, generous donations, he had almost nothing to his name.
But was he going to let that stop him? No way. He knew what he did have was a pure intention, a sincere heart, and he was determined to find some way to give.
So here was his brilliant idea. With the tiny bit of money he had, he bought a small bag of salt. He went to the monastery kitchen and made this really humble request to the cook. He said, "Could you please just sprinkle a little bit of this salt into the giant pots of food for everyone?" The cook said yes, and just like that, his tiny offering reached every single one of the 1,000 monks.
So, we have a cup of honey water and a bag of salt. What's the link here? What do these two incredible stories really have in common?
It really all comes down to one thing: sincere intention. Both stories point to the exact same powerful truth. The real value of a gift isn't what it costs, it's the pure, heartfelt wish to give that's behind it.
So the big takeaway here is that kindness that's offered to everyone,
from a pure and open heart creates a merit that you just can't measure. The gift itself, whether it's a giant monastery, a cup of honey water, or a little handful of salt, that's all secondary to the heart that's giving it.
You know, these ancient stories leave us with a very modern question. They remind us that every single one of us has something to give, and that the smallest acts, when they're done with the biggest heart, can echo on forever. So, what will yours be?